This is Mehul Bambania. I will talk about the projection of point, line, and in the later state it is projection of plane. So the today's objective is to give you brief introduction about the projection itself, and it is theoretical introduction. Then we will move towards the projection of point, and in the last session we will talk about the projection of line. Before to start this projection, we need to understand what exactly we are going to do. Basically, the objective of this engineering drawing is to uh, getting a projection of any kind of object, either a two-dimensional object or either three-dimensional object. Initially, you must have to put that object into certain quadrant. So in that way, we are having four different quadrant system, we can say. This already you are aware about in the mathematics. In that quadrant, generally, we are projecting the object on certain planes, two-dimensional planes. If that planes is situated in vertical direction, then that is called as a vertical plane. If it is a situated in a horizontal direction, then that plane is referred as a horizontal plane. So we are having two different planes on which we can get a projection of any kind of object, either 2D or 3D objects. So we are having vertical planes, we are having horizontal planes, one more planes we are having, that is called as a side plane or profile plane, but right now it is not shown in this figure. Now that vertical plane and horizontal plane are bifurcated by mean of some imaginary line called as xy line. Now, as I said that this is first, second, third and fourth quadrant, you already aware in the mathematics. Now this same figure we can simplify it in another way. See, this is the direction through which you are actually observing the object. Let's say object is putting in the first quadrant, so in that case the projection is appeared on this projection projection we are. So that different types of projection, that means if object is oriented over here and if you look from this direction, then the front view projection is appeared on this vertical plane, and if you look from the top to bottom, then top view projection of this object is appeared on this horizontal plane. These two fundamental fact you have to remember. One is front view projection, second is top view projection. That front view projection always, right now it is appeared on vertical plane, and top view projection right now it is appeared on horizontal plane. The projection is some kind of shadow. If you having a torch and if you throw the light on that particular object, so because of that light, the shadow of that object is appeared, that front shadow is appeared on the vertical plane, that is called as a front view projection. If your torch is from top to bottom direction, then the top view shadow will appear on this horizontal plane, that is referred as a top view projection. Now for sake of simplicity, let's simplify this quadrant in this way. Right now, see, this vertical plane is exactly, if you look from this direction, if you look this quadrant system from this direction, then you can imagine, you can actually visualize this vertical plane as a single vertical line. So this is right now, let's say it's referred as a vertical plane. At the same moment, this horizontal plane, if you look from this direction, it will visible as a line. So that will be referred as a horizontal plane. And both horizontal and vertical plane are bifurcated by mean of xy line. And definitely, if you look from this direction, then xy line is coincide. So that coincide point is we just generally put as a xy. So this is what actually I mentioned, that this is we put as a VP vertical plane, and this is we put as a HP. Now the similar diagram we converted into more simplified way. So if your observer is sitting over here and observing some object which is placed in the first quadrant, then the projection of that that object is appeared, one projection is appeared on this plane, that is the front view projection, and one projection is appeared on the horizontal plane, right? So that is front view projection, and second one is top view projections. Now before we start to discuss about detail, one thing we should remember that, see, to indicating front view projection or top view projection, we have certain nomenclature methods. Nomenclature, that means what? It is you have to that projection must be identified by mean of certain names. Names, that means suppose X person having some names, so we always identified with their names. So that is what actually required. So if it is a point, if it is a line, or if it is a plane, so in that case, if it is a, let's say, point A, capital A, this A represent the point that is referred as a nomenclature, right? Now, if we are talking about the top view, that point A appeared in the top view is represented by mean of this nomenclature, that is the small a. The capital A point appeared in the front view is represented by mean of small a with a dash. If it is a front view, then you have to use small letter with a dash. In our case, we don't have any side view, so we are not actually discussing about. Now, in the same way, if you are having a line, let's say line AB, so for that, if it is a top view, then line AB must be represented by mean of small ab. If it is a front view, then you have to use this A dash, B dash. So this is the methods, this is the protocol you have to follow to represent either point or either line. Similarly for the plane also. Now that same conceptual drawing, that what I said, that uh, here this vertical line represent the vertical plane, this horizontal line represent the horizontal plane. In this, let's assume one point, point A, and let's figure it out. Let's say we are having point A placed in first quadrant, and this is the observer looking from this direction. If he was looking from this direction, then the shadow of this point A appeared on this plane is actually front view shadow or front view projection. This line is actually referred as a projectors, and if it is a front view, then it is referred as a front view projectors, and that projectors, wherever it will meet to that plane, that will actually give the projection, right? This is the point A. Through the point A, we are having projectors which will meet the vertical plane. Wherever it will meet, it will give the projection of corresponding point A. So we are having this the front view projection, and because it is a front view projection, so we can represent by mean of A dash. So this is the A dash will give the front view projection, and right now it is in the vertical plane. In the same fashion, if you look from the top, so from the top the shadow is appeared on this bottom horizontal plane. So this shadow or this line actually is actually referred as a projector, top view projectors, and it will meet to the horizontal plane. Wherever it will meet to the horizontal plane, which it is actually will give the top view projection. So that top view projection generally we identified by mean of small a, right? But here there is a one technical hinge. See, if you are if you are observing from this direction, then definitely this is visible. You can simply visualize the vertical plane, right? But horizontal plane is actually aligned or perpendicular to the observer. So observer cannot rectify where is exactly the position of your top view point. Is it here, or is it here, or is it okay, because it is very perpendicular to the observer, so it is not possible to visualize or understand or interpret the top view projection. So to resolve that problem, what method generally we are adopting is, generally we are rotating this horizontal plane in the clockwise direction. You have to rotate this plane in the clockwise direction, so that that plane is actually appeared in front of the observer, right? So after rotating, whatever top view you are having in this horizontal plane will shifting in this way, and this is right now now this is the new top view position. This is the top view, corresponding top view. That's why it is referred by mean of A. If we are not able to understand, don't worry. I will repeat this fundamental this phenomena again and again, so you will have a clear idea. Now, see, this is the concept for the first quadrant. What happened with the second quadrant. If it is a second quadrant, so this is the vertical and horizontal plane, right? Now in the second quadrant, if you are putting one object, if you are putting one point A, and if you are trying to find out the front view projection and top view projection, then what happened actually? See, this is the front view projection. It will appear on the vertical. So there is no issue. But your top projection, your top view projection, when you try to find out the top view, your top view projection is appeared on horizontal plane, and what I mentioned is you have to rotate horizontal plane in the clockwise direction. So once you rotate your horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, then see what happened when you rotate this horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, it will move in this way. In this way, that means what actually? See, this is XY point. So this is the XY point. Right now in this situation, your top view and front view both are above XY line. Both overlap. In this case, that was not the problem. See, this is the XY line. Where it is? This is the XY line. So your top view actually appeared on the below XY line. However, your front view is appeared above XY line. So there is no clashing, there is no overlapping issue. But in this case, when you are working with the second quadrant, your top view and front view both are actually appeared on the same plane. On the same plane. That means HP, that is horizontal plane or vertical plane, are coincide, and because of that you are not able to interpret that drawing easily. So that was the issue with the second quadrant. What happened with the third quadrant? Suppose this is the vertical plane and horizontal plane. In that case, your object is placed over here, let's say point A. So your front view projection is appeared on this vertical plane, and your top view projection is appeared on that horizontal plane, right? Your front view projection is appeared on this vertical plane, and top view projection is appeared on horizontal plane. As usual, what I mentioned, that you have to rotate the horizontal plane, so that once you rotate the horizontal plane, your top view will move above XY line. This is the XY line, so your top view will shifted above XY line. And if it is a top view, then you have to use the small nomenclature without prime. So in the third quadrant, what happened actually? You have top view appeared above XY line, and your front view appeared below XY line, exactly opposite to this first quadrant, right? In the first quadrant, your front view is above XY line. However, in the third quadrant, your front view is below XY line. This is exactly opposite to the first quadrant. Now in the same way, let's say what happened with this fourth quadrant. So if it is a fourth quadrant, so this is the point, right? We can put in the fourth quadrant. Now this is the front view appeared below XY line on the vertical plane, and this is the top view will appear on the horizontal plane. But as I mentioned, that we have to rotate that in the clockwise direction. So this is the rotation, clockwise rotation. Will having same trouble. The top view and front view both are overlap. The front view and top view both are in the same plane. Horizontal plane and vertical plane both are overlapping, and because of that overlapping, you are not able to read anything. So what is the conclusion of this discussion is, see, these are the conclusions that generally we are not able to interpret the drawing in second quadrant as well as fourth quadrant. So there is no meaning, of making a drawing second quadrant and third quadrant, right? I will repeat that thing. See, what is the conclusion of this discussion is, when you make a drawing in second and fourth quadrant, you are not able to interpret anything. Only in the first and third quadrant you are able to interpret the drawing. That means you are able to read the front view as well as you are able to read the top view. Generally, based on this methods, we are having the name given for the projection. If you making your projection by mean of this methods, that means by mean of putting object in the first quadrant, then it is referred as a first angle method. If you are putting your object in the third quadrant and if you are getting a projection, then it is referred as a third angle method, right? Now, see, there is nothing like advantages and disadvantages of this method, but generally for the projection of point, line, and plane, we generally refer this first angle approach. And unless and until if you are not specifically mentioned, you by default you have to understand that the given drawing or given projection is in first angle method. If they are specifically mentioned that for third angle, then you have to use this approach. What make a difference is, see, in the third angle method, if it is a third angle method, then your front view will appear below xy line, right? This is the front view. So below xy line, your front view will appear. However, in the case of first angle, your front view will appear above xy line. So this is distinct difference between these two methods. There is no advantages, disadvantages. Particularly in India, we people are followed this method, this approach, first angle approach. Now, see this again. I said that this is the conceptual drawing. Now, let's move to conceptual drawing towards the real drawing. See, uh, see. Now you forgot about the second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. As I mentioned that we will only focus for the first quadrant or first angle method. So this is similar conceptual drawing where we are putting the point in the first quadrant. Now, in that case, this is the front view appeared on vertical plane. This is the top view appeared on the horizontal plane, as I mentioned that. And that vertical plane and horizontal plane are bifurcated by mean of XY line. Now this vertical plane is actually shown over here. If you look from this direction, so that plane is here in blue color indicating the vertical plane, exactly vertical plane. And when you rotate this horizontal plane clockwise direction, in the clockwise direction, it will exactly appear below the vertical plane, represented by mean of yellow color, right? So this blue color indicating the vertical plane, below that vertical plane exactly you are having a horizontal plane. Now this is the near to the actual answer. Now see, this vertical plane and horizontal plane both are divided by mean of imaginary line, that is the xy line. So this is the xy line over here. Now see, when you look from this direction, your point P, the front view of that point P will appear on vertical plane somewhere over here, right? So that front view of that point P is, let's say, I am highlighting by mean of point P of front view. This is just for sake of understanding, right? Don't look into the nomenclature, but generally it should be a small letter with dash, but it is just for understanding purpose. Now in the same way, on the top view of this point, if you look from the top view of this point is appeared on in this horizontal plane. Now this horizontal plane is actually rotating in the clockwise direction. So when it is rotating in the clockwise direction, it will move below to the vertical plane. So this is the top view projection of that point P. That's why it is a P subscript T, P top view of that point P. Now this is again, I said that just conceptual drawing near to the answer. Near to the answer, that means what? How your answer should look like. So let's move to that point, right? See, if you are having a question that make a projection of point P oriented somewhere in this in this location. So you have to find the projection, that is the front view projection and top view projection in the same way. Now let's move to the actual answer. So this is what actually how you have to put into your drawing sheet, right? You forgot about the second, third and fourth quadrant. Now you just focus on this first quadrant or first angle method, right? What I mentioned that, see, this vertical plane and horizontal plane both are bifurcated by mean of imaginary line xy, right? So that xy line, initially you have to put the xy line first. Simply you have to put xy line. There is no need to make a vertical plane kind of thing and horizontal plane kind of thing. Everything above xy line generally referred as a vertical plane. Everything above xy line is generally referred as a vertical plane, and below xy line whatever is, that is actually referred as a horizontal plane. Now you just look in this diagram. Here in this case, if the point P is located over here, in that case the front view position is exactly in the vertical plane with reference to xy line. It's having a certain distance, right? So in the same way, what you have to do, this is the xy line. First you need to make a xy line. On that xy line, with the reference to xy line, you have to put your front view position of that point P somewhere in the vertical plane. In the similar fashion, where is exactly your top view? See, you look into this diagram. See, your top the top view will appear on this horizontal plane, and exactly when you rotate that horizontal plane, it will move below this xy line, right? But still, keep in the mind, still it is aligned to this front view. It is aligned when you rotate this, so it will having a aligned with this front view. So both projectors, both projections exactly align. So top view projection basically move below the xy line. So this is the xy line. With the reference to xy line, you have to put the top view projection. So this is the top view projection, right? So you just focused on first angle or first quadrant method for time being, when it is a case for projection of line, projection of plane, and projection of point. If it is a case of isometric projection and orthographic projection, then definitely you have to focus for third angle method also. But right now, you just focus on first quadrant approach only, right? So this is what actually how exactly your answer should look like. When it is a case of projection of point, in that case, simply you have to make a xy line. Above xy line, everything is front view. Below xy line, everything is top view.